All right, hello and welcome to this special YouTube edition of COM 231 Public Speaking Personal Experience Speech Edition. So now that you've done your NEO bag speech, we're going to begin working on our personal experience speech. So I wanted to quickly go over this assignment with you. And I know you've already read this, so this should be a refresher for most of us, hopefully. Your personal experience speech is going to be 4 to 6 minutes in length, and it's to describe an event that happened in your life. It's that simple. Okay, so it doesn't have to be the most exciting thing that ever happened. It doesn't have to be a crazy story. It doesn't have to be a story of like a tragedy or something uncomfortable like that. It could be you had a personal experience that you ordered a taco and they gave you a burrito instead, right? How did that make you feel? You know, if you believe that you could go on for 4 to 6 minutes about that, then that can be it. Okay. Maybe that was a significant event in your life that you got a taco instead of a burrito. And if it was, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you either way. But it should be something significant, right? It could be something that needs to be discussed in order to bring about change, increase the audience's understanding, or maintain important cultural values and beliefs, and one that's interesting, right? It's a story about you and something that you experienced. Okay, it's just as simple as that. Don't overthink it. Okay, and I'm not going to read through the whole thing that's on the screen here. That's describing what this speech should be about. But I encourage you to go back and check it out. Okay. And real quick, I wanted to show you the rubric. So this is specifically what you're going to get graded on for this. Okay. And one of the things that you should have already read, and if not, you have time to read it, and we're going to discuss it as well, is the introduction and the conclusion. Okay. So there are chapters just for these parts of your speech. So you've heard me mention before how important the introduction and the conclusion is. So now we're going to, like I'd said earlier, we're going to build on now what is expected from your speech. And all of these things are intended to make your speech better, right? So we're going to talk about your introduction. What are each of these things? An effective attention getter. What are some examples of that? Your purpose is clear, right? Your thesis. Why is it relevant to your audience? Did you preview what you're about to discuss, right? Your main points, okay? And then your conclusion, okay? The signaled ending, it's summarized. You've restated your thesis, okay? So this is what you're going to be graded on. All right, and this is all in your personal experience speech folder in Blackboard. Okay? So the first thing that is going to come up due related to your personal experience speech is I'm going to ask you to submit the specific speech purpose, a thesis statement, and 2 main points. So you recall we did part of this before for your NEO bag speech. Remember this? Remember how I showed this to you and then you sent it to me, right? So it's the same idea, okay? With this one, you're going to upload it to Blackboard, okay? I'm going to ask you for a specific speech purpose, a thesis statement, and 2 main points. All right? So we know that the general speech purpose, if you recall, is going to be to inform. Okay? Until we get to a persuasive speech and an award speech, the purpose of our speech is going to be to inform. All right? So going back to this assignment that's going to be coming up due, the specific speech purpose is going to be to inform my audience, and you're going to provide that information. So let's say that I was going to do a speech on the experience I had when I went skydiving. So believe it or not, this guy went skydiving. It may not think that about me, that I would do something as crazy as that, but yes, I did. I was a lot younger. So let's say that I was going to do my personal experience speech on skydiving. So I could say, for my specific speech purpose, it could be to inform my audience of the time I went skydiving. Okay? So now that that's the specific speech purpose, now we're going to build on that. So what is the core idea of what my speech is going to be about? Right? So I could say something along the lines of, the time I went skydiving was both the scariest and most exciting thing I've ever done, right? It could be something like that. All right, so now that we've got this thesis statement, now we can build our two main points off of that, right? So I could say, main point one, the preparation and the build-up was excruciating. You know, you're thinking to yourself, why did I sign up for this? Right? You're thinking to yourself, I'm going to go in the sky in an airplane, and I'm not coming down in that airplane. Right? So, like, I hope you get the point of kind of where I'm going with this, right? So, in my thesis, I said it was both the scariest, right? So, main point one then could be something scary, right? Main point two that I could say in the speech could be, once I was in the air falling toward Earth, it was shockingly peaceful, right? Something like that. So this is it. This is the first assignment that I'm asking you for, related to your personal experience speech. Okay? So I hope that this example that I gave you about if I were going to do a personal experience speech on the time I went skydiving, I hope you found this to be helpful. Again, the main idea is that your thesis statement is going to feed directly into the main points of your speech. The thesis statement is your blueprint. The thesis statement is your North Star. If everything in your speech is going to revolve around what you have in your thesis statement. Okay? So take some time to think about what your topic is going to be. And when you feel good about your topic, then think about what you want to talk about related to that topic. Think about what your thesis statement should be. Once your thesis statement is solid, your main points should be pretty easy to come up with. This is the part right here that you want to get it right. And once you get that right, then your main points should be pretty logical. Okay? So that's it. I just wanted to make this quick video for you to discuss the personal experience speech, and then the first assignment related to it, which is the specific speech purpose, thesis statement, main point one and main point two, which you will upload to Blackboard in your personal experience speech folder. All right, well, that's all I had for today. I appreciate your time, and I will see you next time in class. Thanks. Have a great day.